August 2024. Hello, my Saggies. Show your love and support to your girl Marie and make sure to like, subscribe, and share. I'm still doing the $20 email reading, so if you just want a general, because you just want to see what I'm about and stuff like that, it's 1,500 words, and it's for 3 months, August, September, and October, and we have 2 eclipses going on, one in October and one in September. Also, if you would like to make a small donation towards my Rosh Hashanah, I owe $370 something. So towards that, so if you want to put something towards that, thank you, and thank you for everybody who has. I will be sending you a PNCOS, so I will be asking you for your address after Rosh Hashanah. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share. If you would like all other readings or reports, check it out in the link in the description box below. If you want to know if your partner is a soulmate, that is a compatibility report, because I've been getting a lot of, is this my soulmate? And for $20, if you want to know the nitty gritty of it all, then get a compatibility report. So on August 4th at 7:13 a.m., the new moon in Leo, you can be spending more time online and posting about your political views or your religious views, really getting on your soapbox with this energy here and debating with other people. This is a good time to get the power of prayer on. You may have the urge to travel or receive an invitation from afar. This is a good time for pleasure trips. For some of you, could be receiving an inheritance at this time. This is a productive time for writers, publishers, an excellent time for releasing or book signing. You can travel for the sake of business with this energy here. Legal matters tend to work in your favor. This could be a great time with legalities this week, like dealing with social services and things of that nature as well, okay? Or dealing with the government system or government agencies. If you were like waiting for an approval of things, you could be getting approved for certain things like a loan or social services or some kind of housing or dealing with the mortgage company. This could be an easier time for you with that. If people at work were accusing you of things, this could be your name being cleared. So this could be a very auspicious time for legalities and second chances in regards to legalities. It could be a situation where they all know that it's Mercury retrograde, so at this time the court systems may not do anything about anything, and they may do it in September, whatever is coming up for you. Then on August 4th at 10:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Venus enters Virgo in your 10th house. This is a great time. This is a great popular energy time for you. You can find that other people you could be attracting somebody that is a potential love interest that's very good looking and very attractive. A great time for anything that has to deal with females, so like hairstylists, glamour magazines, media and social media, beauticians, OBGYN, dermatologists. It's a good time for you, stylists, makeup artists. So anything dealing with women, this is a good energy time. I guess horoscopes would be in there too. Specifically, this is a good time for you. Maybe even, like I said, horoscopes. You could be receiving good news from your superiors. This is growth happening with your social media and media at this time. I swear, this cat, he is the most neediest out of my babies. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is Zandy. He's needy. He wanted to come in for Sagittarius. Sometimes when I do Sagittarius, when I'm reading for Sagittarius, he comes in and like he has messages to give you too. So it is a good time for those of you in media and social media, public speakers. It is a good energy time for you as well. For some of you, you could be reevaluating your career direction. Either it's going to become too boring for you, or it's too much drama going on at work, because we have the planets in Virgo moving into your 10th house, and you like more organization and less chaos and less of the gossip. So, and you like your hard work and you like structure, and you may not be getting that at work, and you could find work to be a little bit too messy for you as well. So you may decide to quit during this time period, or you could be reevaluating your career direction, and you may not be getting along with certain people. On the 5th at 12:56 a.m., Eastern Standard Time, Mercury goes retrograde. This is in your 10th house. This may not be the easiest time for you money-wise, but you do have, you know, Hygeia and Taurus dictating your money situation at this time. You could, in the 6th house, you could be using this time to work on yourself. This is a good time for experimenting with things that, with your social media or your online business at this time, and seeing what works or doesn't work. You may have problems with growth with the media and social media or online business, so careful with money. I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes going on at work. There's going to be, for some of you, work can seem like a revolving door of people at this time, so some of you could be worried about your career with this energy here. So you could be seeing like new people coming in, other people getting fired, or other people quitting their job. So I feel like for some of you here, you could be very confused when it comes to work. This could be a situation here where there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You may not know what is going on at this time when it comes to career. For some of you, work can be very chaotic and confusing with this energy. Then on the 14th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury goes back into the 11th house, into your 9th house. So, and Mercury is a detriment in the 9th house. So you really do need your thank you at this time. Mercury is also scoring Uranus this month and all through the month of August with your 6th house. So you really need to be careful with work here with Uranus in your 6th house with this energy, because this hasn't, I don't know. I don't have his natal chart. And I haven't seen his natal chart, so I don't know. If you don't have like an online business and stuff like that, this could be a very difficult time for you when it comes to career. So be careful with dealing with those in authority. It's best to keep a low profile. Even though you're not happy with your career, you could be butting heads with other people at work with this energy. So pick and choose your battles with other people during this time period, okay? Don't be like, you know, like busting other people's balls here, because unfortunately you have Uranus in the 6th house. So for some of you here, this has been like a revolving door for you when it comes to career, and it's been very hard for you to keep a job with Uranus in your 6th house. And you only got one more year of this. You only got a few more, like 8 more months of this bitch before she moved, like June, till she moves into Juno, into your 7th house. June, when she moves in your 7th house. Oh goodness. So be careful with dealing with others. Keep a low profile. If you're not happy with your career, you know, you could be butting heads with other people. Other people could be walking all over you at this time. You could be doing all the brunt work and then other people taking credit for your work. Just let them. Pick and choose your battles, because it may not be worth it. And with all the planets going retrograde at this time, and Uranus is going to be going retrograde, you will not be able to find a job. So you really need to pick and choose your battles with this energy here. Then on the 19th at 2:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the full moon in Aquarius in your 3rd house. Busy, busy, busy. Lots going on here. This could be business picking up, even though the moon is not very well aspected. This could be dealing with family and not getting along with family or siblings you could be butting heads with, or you could be fighting with mother at this time with this energy here. For some of you, the focus could be more towards your personal life, and your relationships with other people in your life could be changing. Expect the unexpected. I feel also you could, this could be family members going through it at this time. For some of you here, this could be a family member going through hospice, or they're going through some kind of health crisis with this energy here as well. God forbid. You could be looking for other living arrangements. For some of you, you may decide that you're going to start saving your money, or making some real lifestyle changes, or making some real life changes here with this energy. You may decide that you're going to have better relationships with mom and dad, or for some of you, you may decide that you want to move out of mom and dad's house with this energy. So you can start looking for a really good paying job, or you can start taking your schooling very seriously, especially not those of you after, okay, so like, I explain this like every time because I just don't want to get any flack for it, but it's like in your So like after your 40s, you tend to take your job and your life very seriously. From 39 and down, not so much so, okay? But some of you, and it just depends what the hell is going on with your natal chart, because some of you have had real life experiences with mom and dad because you had to grow up really freaking fast, okay? Like really fast. Like you were mommy and daddy to like your siblings when they were little, and then you had to take the brunt of being the adult. So, you know, some of you have learned to grow up and survive. Some of you have had jobs or the same job since you were like 16 years old. So what's going to happen here, if you're still working in that same job, there's going to be more growth for you to come. You're not really going to have any problems with career because as a Sagittarius lesson is that they need to learn to stay at their jobs, because every 5 years some of you switch jobs, okay? So this is a lot of lessons. This could be a lot of lessons about you staying in your job. And even though you're not seeing career growth, or you don't like this or you don't like that, whatever, you need to learn to stay. So I think that if for some of you who have been like having so many difficulties and a revolving door with career, the lesson is to appreciate your job when Uranus finally goes into Gemini, and to learn to see it all the way through. Because you need to, once you stay for like 10 to 16 years, you're going to see a lot of career growth. So I feel like the lesson here is going to be about staying, because Uranus is going to be going in the 7th house and then in the 8th house. So you may repeat these lessons again. So, you know, that's what's going to happen. So, you know, for some of you here, you know, in your 40s, you may start taking your life seriously and going back to school. All right, and then for others of you, not so much. So on the 22nd at 10:55 a.m., the sun enters Virgo. Superiors are likely to notice you, and it's quite possible that you could receive a promotion. Obstacles to career advancement can be swept away, making progress with career or getting a job a lot easier. Your leadership is more popular now. Your focus turns to career matters, achievements, and ways to get ahead. There is a possibility of a promotion, and opportunities take on a leadership role. An increase in responsibility is common. I feel like this could be a fun energy. You can find yourself spending more time with family and friends. You can find yourself being obligated to like go to their houses and stuff like that. The sun quincunxing the North Node here with the 5th house. This could be somebody actually lying to you at this time, or you're thinking somebody's lying to you, like things are not adding up. This could be somebody at work lying to you about like if you're in a management position, and they could be lying to you about like what's going on with like, you know, like their family member or whatever. So this could be that happening here as well. Or you could be dealing with family members or older family members or your spouse, and this could be catching them in white lies, or they could be telling you half truths at this time, retracting their stories. So I would be careful with other people at this time with this energy here. I feel like you're going to know something's up, because it's kind of hard to lie to a Sagittarius, you know, and they kind of know what's up, you know, before you even do anything. And they know when they're being lied to. So Sagittarius is not stupid when you're trying to lie to them. You know, they're like, that don't make sense, you know. On the 28th at 5:14 p.m., Mercury goes direct. We are still dealing with the same energies. Mercury is still squaring Uranus in your 6th house. So all the way up to the end and probably into September, we're going to be dealing with Uranus with the 6th and 9th house. So you need to be careful with dealing with other people. You can have a difficult time getting along with coworkers. Don't believe everything people say with this energy. They could be tricking you at this time, or this could be other people at work being very deceiving and playing manipulative games. You may not have the easiest energy time getting along with other people as well. So you definitely are not getting along, or you're not getting your thank you, your recognition. You could be feeling devalued. So work for the sake of being in service. I know that's messed up, but really, do you have the luxury to like go get another job, or you want the same job and just be happy where you at? Because I think that's the lesson with Uranus in the 6th house, is not being like, you know, because like even like no matter what, you could stand still and your job is like a revolving door. So I feel like this is like learning to be in service for the sake of being in service, learning to appreciate that you have a job, even if it drives you crazy and stuff like that. Okay, those of you with online businesses, it's a different animal, it's a different story. You're supposed to have a creative business, you're supposed to do something, you're doing your purpose-driven journey. Okay, so you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, not having a regular 9 to 5 job. So that is your job with this energy. So again, it just depends what's going on with everybody's natal chart, okay, when it comes to their purpose-driven journey and stuff like that. On the 29th at 9:22 a.m., Venus enters Libra in the 11th house. You could find yourself spending time or making friends with the women in your life, or you just have like a lot of female influence around you. You're likely to receive more invitations to social functions. Your popularity increases here, so it's a great time for those of you in media and social media. I feel like for some of you here, a lot of your connections that you make now will help you further your career. Just don't forget your silver friends during this time period. Venus is conjunct with Juno in the 11th house. Friendships can turn into love relationships, and conjunct with the Lilith moon. So this is definitely like some kind of soulmate karmic relationship, or you have like a soul contract with this person. So it just means that you two are fated. So this could be fated relationships coming into your life at this time as well. I feel like, you know, you tend to be more about your relationships outside the home. Home life can suffer. For others of you, this is business partnerships with somebody that is wealthy and stuff like that, and you could be doing business collaborations with this person. You could be more invested in other people's drama and going outside the home, or you tend to be you tend to put that one friend on a pedestal at this time. The first card I come up with is the Eight of Swords. I feel like for some of you here that you're definitely experimenting with things at this time with this energy, and this card does not mean that at all. But I feel like you're cooking something, or you have an idea that you're cooking up at this time with this energy as I connect, and it really does not mean this. I just channel, so whatever the hell comes out of my mouth, we just go with it, okay? Whoever wants to speak, we just go with it, but you know, it happens. The Eight of Swords, I feel like you can be going through it emotionally at this time with this energy. For some of you here, this is like whatever is coming up at this time, your emotional tar is happening, alrighty, and this could be like an emotionally confusing time for you. This is not the best time with Mars and Gemini to be making life decisions, because you may regret your decisions. You could be going through it emotionally during this time period, especially with your relationships. You could be bored with your relationships, over your relationships. Not the best time to go breaking up with people, because you're just going to change your mind again. So you're not necessarily over these relationships, okay? The Queen of Swords, yeah, you're mentally going through it, like really. So I would be careful with your emotional self and the conversations that you have with your brain at this time, because you're not making the best decisions for yourself in the month of August. The Lovers card, somebody's very sexually attracted to you with this energy here as well. For some of you, this could be your current partner, and your current partner could be like just thinking like you're the bee's knees, like you're the best thing, then cupcakes, okay? So this person really loves you. I feel like this is a great time for contracts and negotiations during this time period as well. Like I said, towards the end of the month, you could find yourself in a serious love relationship, and this person is just going to worship the ground that you walk on, okay? Because the Lilith moon is going to be conjunct, and it's going to be like a really fated relationship, okay? This is going to be crazy in love. The Knight of Coins, yeah, it's not happening anytime soon, so this could be happening in the beginning of September here, or this could be happening at the end of the month with this energy here as well, okay? The Eight of Cups, I feel like you're over certain situations going on in your life at this time with this energy here. For some of you here, you tend to be more about your freedom during this time period. So you may quit your job because you are more about your freedom. So this is like my 39-year-olds and under. At this time, you may feel like not going to college this month, and it's not my 50-year-olds and up, because I know you all about you the consummate. Trust me, when you turn a certain age, like I keep saying, and I know I'm gonna repeat, but you're gonna see how you behave, and you're gonna be the consummate student. It's like you love learning, you love updating yourself. You love it. You'll learn, you'll teach yourself how to freaking fly. You'll be a doctor just because you can. And you may never do anything with that doctor. I know a bunch of like Sagittarius that are like doctors, and it's like, oh, really? Yeah, but I'm not like a real practicing doctor. I just wanted to get a doctor's degree because I can. And I'm like, wow. You know, it's like, shoot, you know, it's like, I know French, but I don't got nobody to speak to. And it's like, wow. Okay. You know, so it's like that. So yeah, you guys are the consummate students at this time. The Knight of Cups, I feel like for some of you here, this is blessings onto the universe. Definitely a beautiful time for love, but love is not happening for some of you anytime soon. But it's there, okay? So this could be happening at the end of September, or this could be, okay, at the end of September. So we'll give it to the end of September, okay? The Five of Swords, I feel like you can be bullied at this time, or you're not getting along with other people at work or other co-workers, or you're not getting along with other people at school with this energy here. The Three of Swords, I do see traveling. For some of you, somebody from your past is coming back with this energy. For some of you, this could be an ex. For others of you, this is reconnecting with people in your past because North Node and South Node energy here as well. Some of you, this could be a faded love relationship coming back into your life. So, you know, just be careful with that because this could be just for the North Node and South Node energy, and then this person breaks up with you. So it all depends what's going on in your natal chart. So get a compatibility report. This is a divorce happening. This is endings happening. For some of you here, this could be like, unfortunately, Uranus energy here. And this could be you getting kicked out of a group or organization or your job at this time. But, you know, people are going to regret that, or they're going to feel that when you leave. You may decide to leave yourself. So some of you here, this could be a divorce happening during this time period with this energy here, okay? For some of you here, I feel like there's opportunities or there's talks of career opportunities coming up for you at this time. So be careful. Make sure that it's a legit thing happening, and make sure there's a schedule or some kind of thing going on, like you're on a schedule and it's on the computer, you know, and then keep checking back to make sure that the computer doesn't get broken and stuff, because you might get lost in the shuffle. But I do see like really lots of talks of future at this time with this energy, and you could be fantasizing about your dream job at this time with this energy, or this could be like you being excited about being an intern and getting your dream job that you always wanted to work at with this energy, okay? The Two of Cups, I do see new love coming for you this month. It can happen. Do I suggest it? No. So if you can talk and like wait it out, don't lead with sex, because you're going to find as quickly as this person came in, as quickly as they leave. This person is a no contact person, and I feel like they feel that they made the wrong choice. So they may have went back to the ex or to the wife, and now they regret their decision. So they could be coming back in. I don't feel like it's going to be in the month of September. So because Knight of Coins is here, so it might be a little bit before they come back, okay? The Page of Coins is here, so you could be waiting for this person to come back into your life. So they're not coming back anytime soon, but they do regret their decision, okay? I do feel like for some of you here, you need to delve more into faith consciousness, delve more into spirituality because of Jupiter and Gemini here, because of the air trines. I know you're lacking faith at this time. You can be cynical when it comes to faith with this energy here, because you're not seeing sparks of miracles happening here as well. Well, it has a lot to deal with your thoughts. It has a lot to deal with your consciousness and where your consciousness is at. So if your consciousness is not in a positive place and you're thinking, and I know you guys are going through it, especially those of you who are dealing with the jobs and stuff, not an easy time for you with jobs, but you know, you can still keep the faith up, you know, and sometimes we have to go through these career changes the way you do, because God is trying to show you your purpose driven journey. God is trying to put you on the path that you need to be on, okay? So wherever you need to be, that's where you need to be at this time, because you may have a lot of lessons with your people skills, and you may have a lot of lessons with being in service to other people at this time with this energy here, and learning to respect people and pick and choose your boundaries with others, and you know, take your job seriously with this energy. And you know, if you're 50 and older, that does not apply to you. because you do take it seriously. I know y'all do. I'm just saying, okay? So, it's a for real thing. It's like, you know, literally you have your come to Jesus moment at 40. Okay? Right now, you feel like everybody needs to kind of like go with your flow, be on your time, and it's not the way how it works, okay? So you could find that you get into a lot of power struggles with other people with this energy here, or a lot of people don't feel like you work like you should be working, okay? So that could be happening. I do see a physical attraction happening. Hi, Elle. The Two of Wands, I feel like you can be reinventing yourself, or this could be through your challenges that you could be changing on an emotional level because of your horrible experiences with careers. It hasn't been just one career. It's been like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, in the comment bars, tell me how many times has my Sagittarius risings and sun in the first house have been switching careers like revolving doors, okay? Because it's the truth. It's the truth. You know it and I know it, okay? So I feel like it's been character building for you in regards to career and things of that nature. I do see for some of you here having to make difficult decisions at this time with this energy. The High Priestess card, I do see a soul connection. You do have a psychic connection with somebody, so they could be coming back into your life 3 weeks or 3 months from now. The Ten of Swords, you can be picking up the pieces and starting all over in certain areas of your life with this energy here as well. Some of you do have your Saturn return in Pisces, so this could be definitely a move happening for some of you. For some of you, you have a lot of lessons with other people in your life, so they could be kicking you out of their life at this time. So this could be a really like aggressive, like difficult energy for you. I know my Saggy friends have been going through a few jobs, and they're going to be doing it this month if they don't play their cards right. So it's best to keep a low profile at this time with this energy here and try to make more friends than enemies. The Six of Cups, you can be sentimental about the past. You could be receiving an unexpected message from somebody from your past as well. For some of you here, I feel like somebody that you had a crush on for a very long time, you could be coming back to that person and you two could be talking again. This could be like an old friend, like 20 years ago, 12 years ago, and you two could be talking to each other at this time. For some of you here, I feel like you two are going through the same stuff, kind of mirroring each other in experiences, and I feel like it's the adversity and maybe trauma bonding that is bringing you guys together. I know that's like really bad, but I feel like shared experiences are bringing you back together. The Nine of Swords, you're going through it emotionally. You can be reprimanded, Mercury squaring Uranus, Venus squaring Uranus. You could be reprimanded by people at work. Just keep a low profile and just do your work. For some of you here, I feel like you could be stuck in your feelings. You could be very much invested in your feelings at this time with this energy and dealing with the past. So whatever Pluto in retrograde wants to show you at this time, process it and work on letting it go during this time period, because you're not over it, and Pluto in retrograde wants to show you that you're not over certain situations in your life. I also feel like, you know, don't tell people about your successes at this time, because other people could be evil eyeing you during this time period. I do see some of you are still unemployed at this time. This is a good time to make it your job to apply for jobs. For some of you here, I would be careful with your resumes. I would call people to make sure that you didn't piss them off too much, because somebody could be messing up your resume. So every time somebody calls about a job from them, they talk mad shit about you, okay? The Six of Coins, I feel like with this energy here, that this could be people being very giving to you or going out of their way for you. I do see soulmate energy. I do see this being a time for destiny for some of you here with this energy. For some of you, you could be worrying about other people in your life at this time. The World card, the world works in your favor. I do see traveling coming up for some of you, or you could be receiving some much needed good news as well. Hi, Divanshi. Hi, Divanshi. For others of you, I feel like, yeah, you're not over past hurts at this time with this energy. So Pluto in retrograde wants to show you that you're not over past hurts. So you could be doing some ugly cries. The Four of Wands, you could be crushing on somebody emotionally unavailable, or you could be receiving some unexpected news from somebody that's emotionally unavailable because they could be going through a divorce like you are going through a divorce. So it could be like that, and they could be talking to you at this time with this energy. Maybe they had to go through their own healing because they didn't want to come back as a hot mess to you, so they want to come at you correct with this energy. If you would like a reading from me, you can check it out in the link in the description box below. I do not do free readings, okay? And my readings are only $20 for an email reading, and it's a lot of content, so check it out, okay? The Ace of Swords, I feel like you have a lot of influence over other people. I feel also you can feel more connected to your purpose-driven journey at this time for some of you here. For some of you, this is self-realizations, epiphanies happening. The Two of Coins, delving into certainty here and making some major decisions. And this could also be in the month of September where you're making certain decisions. I do see you reconnecting with a love interest from your past or a crush. Okay, the King of Swords, I do see you being more analytical in your way of thinking. You may have words of wisdom to share with other people, or other people can have words of wisdom to share to you. Also, for some of you here, you tend to be a little bit too opinionated, so you may want to cock those brains before you shoot that mouth off as well. The Tower card does bring about changes. For some of you, this could be traveling. For some of you, this is working on a loan. For others of you, I feel like you could have a nasty falling out with others. You could get kicked out of a situation this month with this energy here. For some of you, you could be dealing with a breakup only for them to yo-yo back into your life. So be careful when you're doing this. The Moon card, for some of you, I feel like this may not be the easiest time for you emotionally, because this is going to be like a lot of self-realizations happening here, okay? And a lot of truth being revealed with this energy here as well. For some of you, this could be dealing with a betrayal during this time period, God forbid, with this energy here during this time. So for some of you, you have like karma coming up with certain people in your life. This can be an emotionally confusing time for you as well. So August is not the best time to make decisions. So you may want to hold off on that with this energy here, okay? The Hermit card, I feel with this energy here, a time for introspection and like focusing on the self. There is breakups happening here or leaving situations in your life at this time. And then the Seven of Coins, you're thinking about it. So when September comes and Mercury goes direct, you may be reevaluating your decision, or you could be changing your mind. So not the best time to make life-changing decisions. If you would like a reading from me, there's $20 for an email reading, which is like really cheap, okay? And you can check it out in the link in the description box below. I'm trying to go to Rosh Hashanah. This is my job, so I don't do things for free on here, except my free astrology horoscopes, which people charge for. All right, so appreciate what I do. Like, subscribe, and share, and make sure to get a reading. And if you want a general reading because you don't know what to talk about, it's 1,500 words. August, September, October. We're dealing with 2 eclipses, one in September and one in October. And I could do it on the astrology, your date of birth, time, place, or just on the tarot, or both. It's up to you. So kisses. I'm going on to